I'm going to talk about our current pattern. And so there's some pause at the PNA or it's wrong time period. So so there's some pause at the PNA for Southern Ontario. Use Toronto, for example, all the time. For the pressure pattern and jet stream patterns. So there's still some pause at the PNA by December 3rd. So December 4th. It's still this is a negative PNA. So let's go to 90th hour. And still some negative PNA actually. So let's go to 114 hours. And there's some positive PNA. So we can close this so we don't need it. So go back to 7 p.m. So let's see what pressure it's closest. So it's going to be 1016 millibars, actually 1012 millibars of pressure is affecting Toronto or Southern Ontario, actually Southern Ontario. So let's go to 24 hours after that. So what pressures affect the Southern Ontario? Let's see the line is going up to 1016 millibars of pressure is affecting Southern Ontario, Toronto actually. So let's go to 24 hours later and let's see what pressures. It's going to be 1028 millibars of pressure is affecting Toronto. So let's go to 7 p.m. and 116 millibars of pressure affected Toronto. Let's go to 114 hours. So 1012 millibars of pressure. So let's refresh so we can start double check everything. So that's okay. So let's look at the precipitation pattern so we can close this. So refresh. So 1 p.m. So Scarborough, down to Toronto, Richmond Hills, to no, Stockholm, Mississauga, Brampton, Oakville, Hamilton, Burlington, Niagara, and Lake Parts of Niagara Falls City, London, Langton, Lionshead, Old-Bay, Wyerton, Port Elgin, those Cobourg, Peterborough, Belleville, Oshawa, Uxbridge. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, including long points. So let's go to 7 p.m. So skip Niagara Falls City because it's outside of Canada. So Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Salt Lake Bay, Wyerton. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's go to next hour, 7 a.m. So Lions Head, Old-Bay, Salt Lake Bay, Thunder Beach, those cities are gonna get, including, no, that doesn't count. So those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So it's gonna take a while to set it up mic properly. So let's go to 1 p.m. So Lions Head, Old-Bay, Wyerton, Owen Sound, Port Elgin, Hanover, Salt Lake Bay, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, parts of Niagara Falls City, Langton, Long Point. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's go to 7 p.m. So Lions Head, Old-Bay, Wyerton, Owen Sound, Port Elgin, Hanover, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Salt Lake Bay, Midland. So for 80 parts of Niagara Falls City, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snow, including Bevel. So Long Point, so also part of 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next 7 a.m. So Wyerton, Owen Sound, Lionshead, Old-Bay, Port Elgin, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Salt Lake Bay, Midland, Orilla, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Isles, Niagara on the Lake part of Niagara Falls City, Fort Erie, Port Elgin, Hanover. So those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, including Scarborough, Stouffville, Delta Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Brampton, Mississauga, Orangeville. Those cities, including Peterborough. So those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snow, including like what I said, like Whitehaven and things, Whitehaven and Owen Sound, for example. So let's go to 1 p.m. So Port Elgin, Hanover, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Salt Bay, Midland, Orilla, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Isles, Newmarket, Orange Hills, Stouffville, Brampton, Richmond Hills, Stouffville, Niagara and Lake, parts of Niagara Falls City. So those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, so 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. It's gonna be Collingwood. So we don't need the rest of cities. So 7 p.m. So Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, South Bay, Barrie, Virginia, Beverly Hills, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Port Elgin, Hanover, Niagara, and Lake parts of it. Those cities snowfall. No, snowfall doesn't count. So those cities except snowfall is gonna be 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's go to 7 a.m. So to the beach, Sotheby, London, London's account. So those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's go to 1 p.m. actually. So Oshawa is only one. So Peterborough is account. Lions Head, Whole Bay is going to be 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's go to 7 p.m. This Lions Head or Bay is going to be 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to 7 a.m. So Coburg, Peterborough, Orillia, Midland, Whiteton, Owen Sound, Lions Head, Obi, Hobie. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Somewhere else is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. So let's go to 1 p.m. actually. So Lions Head, Obi, Whiteton, Owen Sound, Port Elgin, Hanover, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, South Bay, Midland, Orillia, Coburg, Peterborough, Belleville. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, so we might correct Georgia's precipitations. So 111. Actually 140. So Lions Head, Obey, Whiteton, Collingwood, not Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, South Bay, Midland, Orillia, Port Elgin. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Fort Erie is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall actually. It's correct. 7 p.m. and so let's correct like Georgia precipitation. 7 p.m. 7 a.m. there's no precipitation. For Georgia is 1 p.m. there's nothing. So that's 1 a.m. So 7 a.m. So Georgia is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to 1 p.m. Georgia is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to 7 p.m. 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's go to 7 a.m. There's nothing. 1 p.m. There's nothing. 7 p.m. There's nothing. 1 a.m. There's some. 7 a.m. There's nothing. 1 p.m. Nothing. 7 p.m. Let's see the whole weather model runs. So this should be nothing. So let's go to 1 p.m. instead of everything to 1 p.m. is easier. So total precipitation once everyone. Actually, let's do 8 p.m. So Scarborough, downtown Toronto, Mississauga, Oshawa, it's going to be 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara on the Lakes 1 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara Falls City is 2 millimeters of rainfall. Queens Park is 1 millimeters. Coburg 1 millimeters. 1 Belleville. So Whiteton is going to be close to 1 millimeter. So it's going to be 0.8 millimeters. So Palm Beach is no, Thunder Beach is actually going to be 1.2 millimeters of rainfall, 1.4, but it's 1.2 millimeters. Actually, it's like for Solid Bay, it's actually going to be 1.7 millimeters of rainfall. So Palm Beach is going to be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. Lions Head or Bay is going to be 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. So London and South. So London is going to be 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. Langton is going to be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. Hamilton, Burlington is actually 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. Green Spire actually is going to be close to 1 millimeter. So it's going to be 0.8 millimeters of rainfall. So Peterborough is going to be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. So give me 0.6, but mostly 0.7. Let's go to next 24 hours, 8 p.m. So Whitetown 2 millimeters of rainfall. Owenshad is actually going to be 1.7 millimeters of rainfall. Collingwood is actually so Collingwood nothing. Marilla 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara-on-the-Lake 0.7. Niagara Falls City parts of it is going to be 0.7. Parts of it also is going to be it's actually 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. Four areas 1.2. One is Cobourg. Belleville is going to be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. So Lions Head or Bay is going to be Port Elgin. It's going to be mean average 2.5 millimeters of rainfall by a whole space. Close to 1 millimeter, 4 millimeters of rainfall. It's actually 3 millimeters of rainfall is in the whole space. So Palm Beach actually is going to be 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. So Thunder Beach, Saturday is going to be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So Hanover is going to be 1.7 millimeters of rainfall. So Langtown is going to be 0.7. Actually, it's going to be 0. No 1 millimeters of rain. Langtown actually could be. So London actually sees nothing. So Peterborough is at nothing. So let's go to 8 p.m. Thursday, December 4th. So So Newmarket, Orange Falls, Toeful is going to be 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to Oshawa. So Oshawa, Uxbridge is going to be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. By the Uxbridge is 1.7 millimeters of rainfall. But the mean average is 0.7. So Niagara on the Lake is 0.7 millimeters of rain. Niagara Falls City is 0.2 millimeters of rain in Collingwood. So let's look at Bomb Beach. So Bomb Beach it could be 1.7. Thunder Beach is actually 2.5. Solid Bay is actually going to be wrong place. Solid Bay is actually going to be 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. So Ooks Beach is actually 2 millimeters of rainfall. That was in the wrong place. So London 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. Port Elgin is actually going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So Hanover is going to be that's wrong place. So Port Elton's actually is going to get some 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. Hanover is actually going to see some 0.7 millimeters of rainfall, but wrong place is okay. For like Hanover, so Georginia is actually going to get some 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. Georginia, that's done. So Barrie actually is going to get some 1.7 millimeters of rainfall because it just started on this weather model. So Beverly Hills actually is going to get some 2 millimeters of rainfall. So Orla is nothing. So Midland is actually 0.7. So let's go to 24 hours after the, that. So December 5th. So Hope's base actually is going to get some 1.2, actually 1.0 millimeter, actually 1 millimeters of rainfall. Hope Bay. Lions Head is actually going to get some 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. Actually, yeah, it is. Actually, it's going to be higher. So actually, it's going to be 1.4, no, 1.5 millimeters of rainfall. Actually, 1.2 is possible. So it's actually 1.4 millimeters of rainfall in Lions Head. So it's going to be 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to Peterborough. So Peterborough is actually going to get some 0.2 millimeters of rainfall for now, right? 0.1. Actually, 0.2 is actually. So let's go to 114 now. Let's go 90 an hour. So check the date. So 7 p.m. Gonna take a minute. So Lion's Head or Bay is going to be 1. It is a rainfall. Collingwood is going to be 0.7, or Lilla is going to be 1.2. Cobourg, Peterborough 0.7, Belleville 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. Long Point 0.2. For Aries 0.7. For Elgin is going to be 1.2. Hanover is going to be 1.2. For Elgin is 1.7 actually. So the Owen sound is actually going to be 1.2 millimeters away from mean average, but it's going to be 1.7. The Bomb Beach is actually going to be 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. Salt Lake Bay is actually going to be 1.7 millimeters of rainfall. So Dana Beach is 2.5. Salt Lake Bay is actually going to be 1.7 millimeters of rainfall, but it's actually millimeters of rainfall is also possible. So in Salt Lake Bay. So let's look at the total snowfall winter precipitation. So it's gonna take a minute. Go back to 8 p.m. December 2nd. Is it? So the Whiteton is 0.3 centimeters. 0.2 is Brampton Stoffel. 0.2 is Downtown Toronto Scarborough, Mississauga. Hamilton 0.7. Oakville 0.7. Niagara on the Lake 1.4. 1.4. 2.2 is Niagara Falls City. Oshawa 1.3. 0.3. Cobourg 0.1.0. 0.3 is in Peterborough. 1.4 is Belleville. 1.2 is in Peterborough. London Langton is 0.4. So Lion's Head or Bay, no, Lion's Head is different than Hope's Bay. So Lion's Head is actually going to be 1.3 centimeters. That's a mean average, but Hope's Bay is actually going to be 0.3 centimeters. So Palm Beach is actually 0.2 centimeters. Starlight Bay, no, Thunder Beach is actually 1.3. 1.3 is a Starlight Bay also. So for area, it's going to be 2.5 centimeters, but it's actually going to be 2.6. So let's Brampton. So Mississauga done. So let's look at 8 p.m. So Wyerton is 2.3, Collingwood was 0.2, Langton 0.4, 0.2, Niagara on the Lake 0.4, Niagara Falls City, winds by 0.2, Cobourg 0.8, Peterborough 0.2, Belleville 0.6. For Elgin is going to be 2.5 is about Elgin. Hanover is 1.3. Palm Beach actually is Thunder Beach, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Solid Bay is going to be 2.5 centimeters. Midland is going to be 1.3 centimeters. Orla is going to be 0.2. Berries is nothing. So line said Obey is going to be mean average is actually is going to be between 2.5. Well, actually, it's 2.5 centimeters about since like line said Obey actually. So Owen sound is actually is going to be 2.3 centimeters. So let's go to the next 24 hours. 8 p.m. actually. So Bytown is 0.2, Collingwood is 0.1, 0.2 is Langton, Brampton, Downtown Toronto is 0.2, Newmarket, Orangeville is going to be 0.5 centimeters, Stoffel 0.3, Oshawa 0.6, 1.6, Uxbridge 0.1 is Peterborough, Niagara on the Lake 0.9, Niagara Falls City 0.6, Hamilton is 0.1. So let's do Barry first. So Barry is actually going to be 1.3 centimeters, but it's actually 1.7. So 1.7 centimeters is actually could be 2 centimeters. Is Barry. So Georgia is going to be 1.3. Beverly Hills 1.3 centimeters. Actually 1.7. Orilla, see nothing. So Palm Beach, Salt Lake Bay is going 1.3 centimeters. Then Thunder Beach is actually 1.3, no, 2.5 centimeters. So Port Elgin is actually going to be 0.7 centimeters of rate snowfall. So Hanover is going to be 2.5 centimeters of snowfall. So that's Hanover. So it's 1.3 actually centimeters of snowfalls in Hanover actually. So Mississauga is going to be 0.2 centimeters. Scarborough is going to be 0.25 centimeters. So let's look at the next 24 hours. So let's do 8 p.m., 7 p.m. So 0.2, Oshawa Peterborough is 0.4, Coburg is 0.1, Whitehouse 0.1, for Els is 0.1, Hopes Bay actually is going to be 1.2, Hopes Bay. So Hopes Bay actually is 1.1 centimeters, so Lion's Head is 1.3, it could be 1.4, but it's 1.3 most of the time, so let's look at the final day actually. So Whitehead is 2.1, 0.5 is Collingwood, 0.1 Uxbridge, 0.3 is in Cuba, Peterborough, 0.4, Babel, 0.7, so we can use harder cities now, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach. No, Solid Bay is going to be 1.3 centimeters. So Thunder Beach is actually 1.3 centimeters. Lines Head is Hope's Bay actually is different. So Lines Head is actually, Lines Head and Hope Bay is going to 1.3 centimeters, but the average, but Hope's Bay is actually is going to be 1.5 centimeters. Actually, 1.6 centimeters. No, it's going to be 3 centimeters. It's in Hope's Bay. Let's see where's Hope's Bay. Actually, it's going to be 2.9 centimeters in Hope's Bay. Actually, so Midland is actually 1.3 centimeters. Orlilla is 1.3 centimeters. Berry actually is 0.1 centimeters. Georginia, let's see. Georginia is going to be 0.2 centimeters, but it's going to be 0.1. So actually, it doesn't exist so far. So in Georgia. So Lamboid is gonna get some 0.2 centimeters. So let's look at the temperature pattern. 8 actually 3 p.m. So London is -2, -1 Whiteham, -2 is in Collingwood, -1 Brampton, -2 is in Stouffville, 0 is in Delta Toronto, Scarborough is -1, Newmarket is -3, Uxbridge -4, Oshawa -3, Coburg -1, -3 Peterborough, -1 in Belleville, Niagara on the Lake is +1, +0 is Niagara Falls City, Oakville, Hamilton, it's gonna be +1. So Mississauga missed so 1 degrees. So Mississauga is always missed like in temperature precipitation pattern. So Orange Falls is actually gonna be -3 degrees. So Lion's Head or Bay is gonna be 1 degrees. Thunder Beach, Solid Bay is 1 degrees. So Bombay is actually -1 degrees. Berry -3. Georginia is going to be 2 degrees. -2 is Beverly Isles. Orlando is going to be -2 degrees. Midland is actually don't usually count, but it's going to be count -2 actually. So -1. So let's look at the next hour. Warm coldest 7 a.m. actually. So could be 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. Actually, let's do 8 a.m. So London is -2, Whiteham -3, Collingwood -3, Brampton, Delta Toronto -2, Stouffville -3, Scarborough -3, Oshawa -5, Newmarket is -5, Orangeville is actually -4, Uxbridge -6, -5, Peterborough -0 is Coburg -3, 6, Belleville, Niagara on the Lakes -2, -3, Niagara Falls City, Hamilton -2, Oakland -2, Gridsby -1. So Hope's Bay taxi -1, line says +1. +1 is in Hope. No, it's gonna be Thunder Beach, Solid Bay is +1. So Palm Beach is actually -1. Midlands -3. So let's do some Berry now. Berry is -3. -4, no, it's wrong place. So -4 is Georgina. Beverly Hills is a -5, Orla's -3, so well, that's 8, 9 a.m. So let's do it again. So -2 is in Whiteham, -3 is in Collingwood, -3 is in London, Brampton -4, -7 is in Stouffville, Scarborough is -4 degrees, Downton Toronto -3, Mississauga is actually going to be -3, Hamilton -3, Oakville -3, Niagara on the Lake -3, Niagara Falls City -4, Oshawa -6, Newmarket -6, Orange Walls -5, -8, Wilkes-Barre -6, Peterborough -2, Cobourg -8, Belleville. So let's then do Owen side by Lion's Head or Bay is going to be -1 degrees. Palm Beach actually gonna skip that. So Dana Beach, Solid Bay is actually +1. Solid Bay is -2. Midland is going to be -4. Orlilla is going to be -4. -4 is in Barrie. Georginia is actually going to be -4. Beverly Hills is actually -6. Let's see the actual temperatures. So -6 is actually is in Beverly Hills. So Peterborough is -6. So I don't need to do. Let's go to 3 p.m. So London is -2, -1, Whitehall, and 1 sound. So Collingwood is -3, but Hampton, Stouffville. -1 is in Delta, Toronto, Oshawa, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville. So Scarborough -2, Mississauga -1, everywhere Niagara Falls is +1. Well, +1 is in Greensby, -4 is Newmarket, Orange Road, Uxbridge, Peterborough -2, -1 in Cuba, -1 is in Belleville. So Barrie is actually -4 degrees, Virginia somewhere is -2 degrees, Odella -3, Beverly Hills is -3, Lions Head or base +1 degrees. So let's choose Palm Beach. So Palm Beach is actually -2 degrees. So Turning Beach is could be +1. Solid Base actually let's clear this. So Solid Base actually is going to be 1 degrees. So 0 degrees actually. So let's go to so if it's like one like the lightest white, the brightest colors, like for -1, that's wrong. It has to be like 0 degrees. So let's do 8 a.m. So London is -7, -10 is Whiteham, -9 in Collingwood, -5 Brampton, -7 Stouffville, -4 Downtown Toronto, Mississauga, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakles, -3, Niagara on the Lake, -3, -4 Niagara Falls City, Oshawa is -6, Newmarket, Orange Walk is actually -8, Uxbridge -9, Peterborough -8, -4 is Cuba, -6 in Belleville, Gisborne -2, so Lions Head or Bay is going to be Lions Head is actually -9. Hopes Bay actually is going to be -8, but it's going to be -9 also. So Bomb Beach is actually is going to be -11, -11. So Solid Bay is actually -10 degrees. So -8 is in the beach. Bali is going to be -11. Georginia is actually -8. Orlilla is going to be -11. Beverly Isles is actually going to be -9. So Midland is actually going to be -11, actually -12. So let's look at the next hours. So then we correct this later. So also southern Ontario is between 0 and 12 degrees below freezing. So White is -9, Collingwood -9, -6 London, -7 Brampton, -9 Dover, -6 Downtown Toronto, -9 Newmarket, Orangeville, Saxon -9 also. Uxbridge, Oshawa is -9, Cobourg -9, -11 Belleville, -5 Niagara on the Lake, Niagara Falls City is -6, Hamilton -5, including Oakville. So Uxbridge -11, Peterborough -12, -4 is in Greensby. So -6 is in Mississauga. And Lions Head or base actually is going to be minus 8 or 9. Minus 9. So Palm Beach is actually minus 9. So minus something. So minus 6 isn't on the beach. Minus 8 is in Salt Lake Bay. So Barry is minus 10. Georgina is minus 10. It's minus 9 in Barry and Georgina actually. So Beverly Isles is actually going to be minus 10. Oh, it's going to be minus 9 actually. Beverly Isles. So Orlando it's going to be minus 11 degrees. So actually, yeah, this. So let's go to next 8 a.m. So Whiteton is minus 9, minus 10 in Collingwood, minus 6 in London, minus 7 in Brampton, minus 8 is in Stouffville, minus 4 is in Delta Toronto, Scarborough is minus 5, Newmarket is minus 5, Orangeville is minus 5. The minus 9 is in Newmarket. Good start again. So minus 7 is in Brampton, Delta Toronto is minus 4, Stouffville minus 8, minus 9 is in Newmarket, Orangeville is actually minus 8. 9 degrees. Minus 10 is in Uxbridge. Minus 10 in Peterborough. Minus 5 is in Oshawa. Minus 4 is in Coburg. Minus 8 in Belleville. Niagara on the Lakes minus 4. Niagara Falls City is minus 6. London minus 6. Hamilton, Burlington, Ocals minus 5. Minus 9 Whiteham. Minus 10 Collingwood. Lions Head or Bates actually is going to be minus. Lions Head is minus 3. Minus 4 is in Orpus Bay. So Bomb Beach is minus 10. Salt Lake Bay is going to be minus 7, including on the beach. So Barry is going to be minus 10. Georginia is actually minus 7. Actually minus 8. Actually minus 9. So Arilla is going to be minus 10. Beverly Isles is actually minus 9. Actually minus 9.5 actually. Let's see if we can do next hours. So 3 p.m. So Whiteton is minus 3, minus 6 Collingwood, minus 3 London, minus 3 Brampton, minus 4 Stouffville, minus 3 2 is Delta Toronto, minus 3 is Oshawa, minus 4 2 is in Vancouver, minus 4 is in Peterborough, minus 5 Orangeville Newmarket, Uxbridge minus 6, Belleville minus 3, Niagara on the Lake minus 2, minus 3 is Niagara Falls City, Goodsville minus 1, Hamilton, Burlington, Ocals minus 2, Scarborough is minus 3. So let's do line side OB. Line side OB is minus 2. Palm Beach minus 5. So Salt Lake Bay, no, not the Bay, I could skip that. So Salt Lake Bay is actually minus 3. Minus 3 is also Dutton Beach. So Georginia is minus 4. Olala is going to be minus 5. Beverly Isles minus 5. So let's go to the next hour. So 8 a.m. So London minus 2, Whiteham minus 4, Collingwood minus 4, 2 is in Brampton, minus 1, down to Toronto, Scarborough is minus something. So minus 2, Dover minus 4, Newmarket minus 4, Uxbridge minus 4, minus 2, Oshawa minus 1, plus 1, Coburg, plus minus 2 is Peterborough, minus 1, Belleville, Niagara on the Lake, 0 degrees, minus 2 is Niagara Falls City, Hamilton, Burlington, Ocals, minus 1. Mississauga is almost the same as downtown Toronto, even like Ocals. So it's gonna be minus 1 in Mississauga. So line said Bay is going to be 0 degrees. So Palm Beach is actually is minus 3. Thunder Beach, Solar Bay is actually is going to be minus 1 degrees. Berry minus 5. Georginia is going to be minus 3. Olala minus 5. Beverly Isles actually minus 4. Saboya minus 4 actually. So 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. actually. So Whitehead minus 1. Collingwood minus 1. London is minus 3. Minus 1, Brampton, Delta Toronto plus 1, Hamilton, 0 degrees, Niagara on the Lake, 0 degrees, Niagara Falls Cities, minus 1, Uxbridge, Stouffville, Newmarket, Orangeville, Peterborough is minus 2, Oshawa minus 1, 0 degrees in Vancouver, minus 1, Belleville, So let's do line set. So line set is 1 degrees, hope is 1 degrees. So bomb beats axis is going to be 1 degrees. Thunder beats 2 degrees, solid base 1 degrees. So leg single. So leg single minus 1 degrees in Barry. Georginia's axis is going to be minus one. Minus one, actually 0 degrees in Ralala. Or Beverly Isles, its axis is going to be minus one. The O and sound. And then do long times. So I mean Mississauga, which I heal. So everything is going to catch up by from now. So let's do 3 p.m. So Owen Sound is going to be minus 2 degrees. Mississauga's axis is going to be 0 degrees. That's mean average. So 1.5 is in Richmond Hill, but it's going to be minus 1.5 actually. So those are the three cities missing on. So let's go to 8 a.m. on December 3rd. So Mississauga is going to be minus 3, minus 2. But it's going to be minus 3 most of the time. But it's going to be 2.5, 2.5, minus 2.5 actually. So you mark, so Richmond Hill is actually going to be 4, it's going minus 5 degrees in Richmond Hill. And Orange Town is actually going to be, let's see the temperature. So it's going minus 3 degrees. So let's look at the next 3 p.m. So I don't need to erase anything. So minus 2 is in Owen Sound. Let's see Mississauga. So Mississauga is going to be minus 1. Richmond Hill is actually minus 3 degrees. So let's go to next. Let's go to 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. Let's 8 a.m. So Owen Sound is minus 10. Mississauga is minus 3. Richmond Hill is actually minus 6. So don't need to do Scarborough. So let's do Richmond Hills. And Richmond Hills minus 8. Mississauga is going to be minus 6. And let's do Owen Sound minus 9 Owen Sound. So let's go to 8 a.m. So Owen Sound is actually going to be minus 10. Mississauga is minus 4. And Richmond Hill is actually 7.5. So let's go to 3 p.m. Might do Scarborough later. So Mississauga is minus 2 degrees. Ridgeway Hill is actually 3.5. Owen Sound is actually going to be minus 6. So actually it's possible. Actually minus 5. So minus 6. So let's go to 8 a.m., 7 a.m. actually. So the Owen Sound is going to be minus 3 degrees, minus 4 degrees. Mississauga is going to be minus 1 degree. Ridgeway Hill is minus 3 degrees. So let's go to 3 p.m., 4 p.m. The Owen Sound is minus 0 degrees. Mississauga is actually 0 degrees, which I Hill is 1.5 minus 1.5 degrees actually. So okay. So let's cover it's gonna take too long actually. So this is the end of the video.